And we are live. We are live. Looking like a little kid. Who is that? Who is that? Who am I seeing? Oh man. We are live at the drive-in as requested by Frambox. This is the 16th show of the Hey June tour. We have this show and next show, and then we're done with the Hey June tour. Welcome everybody. I'm the Etcetera Kid. If you're first time watching the show, this show is all about musical improvisation. Everything you see me do is made up on the spot, but I get a ton of help from chat. Chat gives me the starting key, the BPM. You guys choose the sounds. I turn usernames to drum patterns. You guys come up with titles and venue names and tour names, and you teach our bot Tubi how to talk. It is a collaboration we have here. And I see right off the bat, we got a cheer from Unicycle Mafia. And Unicycle Mafia wrote, donating in support of the Crackle Trance Morph Mod Wheel Star Child Fund. Crackle Trance Morph Mod Wheel, the name of the next dog that I adopt. Let's see, who is here? I see ClaraBowBunny is here. Hey, Clara. Enigma's here. Mr. Robert, Real Human Ben Kenobi's here. Frambox is here. Brucos is here. Dom is here. I'm getting teased about my hair. Whoops, I forgot to press that button. That's not good. That's going to cause all sorts of problems. Oh, and a cheer from Wastolf as well. Wastolf writes, happy whatever day it is. I have no idea what day it is. Oh, it's a Wednesday. My computer says it's Wednesday. No, I did not cut my own hair. My hairdresser would be so offended right now. It always is weird. Do you guys experience this when you first get a haircut? It's tough to see yourself for a little while. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Northern Boreal is here. How are you doing, Northern Boreal? Let's see. I think I'm amazed. I'm going to knock on wood. It is amazing that I started the show as close to on time. So I consider on time about 8 to 10 minutes past, because I need to give you guys some time to do your requests and stuff. But I didn't start my testing for the show until 30 minutes before the hour. And normally I start an hour before. But I was on with a telephone company, which I will not name, when I discovered that they had been charging me for a service I had requested they discontinue 10 months ago. Now, it's on me partially for not paying attention. Normally I'm really good about this stuff, but this year I've been so focused on the show that, I wasn't paying attention to my bill. Also, I have confidence in my ability to, when it comes to customer service agents. Anyway, they owed me like $200. And it was very easy because I had I recommend if you're dealing with customer service online, or if you have an option, do a chat so that you can get a copy of the transcript. Because I was able to just give them the transcript and say, look, I told you 10 months ago to do this, and you said you would do it, and you did not actually do it. But anyway, it still took a little while to get to the right person to get me my refund. And I'm just looking at the clock, and it's so stressful. But somehow, granted, I did an abbreviated testing, so I'm sure I missed something, but hopefully we're good to go. I like Real Human Ben Kenobi's bot talk there. The kid is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. If that were only true. It sounds good, though. Let's see. We got a request, I think. 91.23 beats a minute from Mr. Robert. D minor from Enigma. Drum loose from I for Leaks, a.k.a. Lee and ClaraBowBunny. So chat, anyone have any successful customer service experiences? I'll tell you one of my pet peeves is they make it sound like they're doing you a favor. So this agent, it was so obvious. It was obvious their mistake, right? I had written down their agent telling me they were going to remove this charge, and they never did. So this second agent I'm speaking with today, or chatting with, they make it seem like they're doing you a favor, right? They screwed up, and they're like, gonna reimburse me the $200. But they make it sound like it's a favor. Like, no, this is not a favor. You're just doing what you were supposed to do in the first place. At the same time, I feel compassion for people who have to work in customer service, because that must be exhausting. Because, you're just in the middle of this. You don't necessarily agree with the policy of the company. You probably get penalized if you refund too much money. So you have to try to trick people into not getting refunds. Stressful. Be a stressful job. I would not be able to do it. Let's see. Well, let's zero this baby out. What am I doing? I started the show talking about customer service. Probably not the most interesting subject, but that's what I was just dealing with. They say about writing, write what you know. Well, streaming, you talk about what's happening. You narrate your life. CK says, kid get a mullet. It's not a mullet, is it? Is it too long in the back? It's not a mullet. It's not a mullet. It's close, but it's not. Reginald Delaware says, a customer service dude with my ISP told me how to avoid getting notices for using torrents to download copyrighted material. Well, that was nice of him or her. Did they just say get a proxy? Get a proxy service? I mean, it's probably a good idea to use a proxy for everything, even if you're not doing anything illegal. It's probably safer. So if you wonder what a proxy is basically, it creates a tunnel so that you can, basically your ISP cannot see what you're doing. And obviously a lot of people use that because they are torrenting, but it also could be because, I don't know, you're in the resistance and you're trying to overthrow the government of the country you're in. And maybe it's for a good cause and you don't want that government snooping on you. Or maybe you're just paranoid that the government is snooping on the things that you're doing that are really of no consequence, but or maybe you just don't like the idea of the government looking through your emails. I know there are many other legitimate reasons for having a proxy. Okay, let's make our drum fills. We got some drum fills. Okay. Northern Borealis says, best customer service people to deal with, the ones with a good sense of humor. Definitely. I feel like you need to have, you just have to have incredible patience. Customer service, I think therapists need incredible patience. And both those jobs, I think you need to be able to, when you finish your job for the day, you really let go of it. That is not a skill I have. I can't let go of things. So, just some jobs I know I could never do because, even I would enjoy teaching school, but it would be hard for me to let go at the end of the day. I'd just be thinking about the kids and just worried, or like what can I do to help, Billy? I admire teachers. I really admire teachers. Anyone have any like memorable teachers who just had a huge impact on you? Let's see. Okay, our milestones. We have some milestones. We have, this is Lee's 10th song featuring Lee, and Unicycle Mafia's 50th. 10th and 50th, some big milestones there. Congrats, guys. And then we have, this is Enigma's 10th key and MrRobertTables' 10th BPM request. Nice. Congrats. Thanks, Race Megatron. Oh, Unicycle Mafia going to be a history teacher? Nice. I think if I were to teach, I'd probably want to teach English, creative writing. If I'm teaching kids. If I'm teaching adults, I've thought about doing improvisational classes. Well, improvisation of some sort. I'd enjoy doing that with adults. Okay, our drum kit. Atomic Widget had a milestone. First root canal. That is quite a milestone. That's a milestone that most of us hope never to reach. This is the old school funk remix from a real human Ben Kenobi. Let's see, when was this first used? In October of You know what's funny, guys? So I'm cutting up the shows. I decided this is all. I just want to get this done. I'm not good at multitasking. I'm just cutting up shows. That's all I'm doing right now for the next probably 20 days. That's all. I just want to get it done. And today I cut up October 17th, which was the first show that that sound was used. I did not listen to it, but I did cut it up. 10/17. I'm trying to do about 5 to 7 shows a day, and I've got one computer that does all the processing. It has to be re-encoded. It's a headache. And then I'm 2 different computers at my studio and at my house that are uploading, because it's so much uploading. I have to split it. I don't have the bandwidth. Because we're talking, a show is like 20 gigabytes, and then each song, is about 1 to 2 gigabytes or something. It's a lot to upload. Let's see. Let's make these loops. Making our drum loops. But there's two key reasons why I'm finally motivated to cut up the shows. Well, there's three. There's 3 reasons. It was not an issue of motivation. It was about I have to prioritize. 3 things. One, I know you guys, a lot of you have asked about it, and this will make it a lot easier to listen to just the music. 2, so we can have background music on the show. I have to cut it up in order to have something to play. And 3, and this is the biggest, so once it's cut up, it's going to make it easier for me to create some sort of, I'm probably going to have several different promotional videos, because I desperately need to start doing promo for this show. Let's see. We have our beats. Here they are. First up, raw from the generator. It's Lee. Here's Lee. Let's check it out. Here it is. That's awesome. All those snares. Electric Boo says spread the word. That, the number one way you guys can help this show and make sure that it keeps going is to tell people about it, because it's like, a snowball type effect. So definitely, and I'm hoping once I have these videos that basically explain what we do in like 30 seconds or a minute, it'll make it easier for you guys to share it with your friends, because I know it's hard to explain the show to somebody. It's like it takes a second to understand. So I'm trying to figure out the perfect way to communicate very quickly what it is we do here. Okay, let's see. We with all the snare drums. I feel like I'm talking super fast today. Am I? I think it's because I was racing to get, you guys couldn't see that. I was racing, trying to get ready to start on time, and I'm still going at that speed. I gotta calm down. Let's see. What do we want to do with these snares? There's a lot of snares. You know what? Let's just draw some shape into them. We're gonna sort of crescendo. Do these two crescendos, and then a decrescendo. Okay, and that looks good. Here it is. Here's I for Leaks. Nice. Thank you, I for Leaks. Next up, ClaraBowBunny. Raw from the generator. Here it is. There it is. Here we go. You know what I'm going to do here? Let's see. I'm going to put a kick on 2. And that snare I'm going to drop just a bit. This snare, drop just a bit. Let's shape these hats. And open hat right there. Here it is, ClaraBowBunny's beat. Cool. Got it. Nice. Thank you, I for Leaks and ClaraBowBunny, for those beats. Let's do it. I think it's time. Check out our sounds. First up, from Lost Elf, it's her signature sound, Lost Elf's Bells. And then from Enigma, we have the alto sax. And then, whoops, I forgot to put it on screen. It would be really nice if when I triggered the sound, it changed it on screen too. I wonder how I could do that. And then we have Bass's Tremolo from Enigma. Overdrive Grunge from Unicycle Mafia. Bell Synth also from Unicycle Mafia. This was first used on a song called Gentle Jackhammer. Gentle Jackhammer. have from ClaraBowBunny? We've got the, first time it's ever been used. Chrome Stereo 1 Init. I think init means initialize. I think. I could be wrong. That's not it. That is it. Nope, this is it. There it is. Okay, those are your sound options. What your boot said about our bassist tremolo. That's a cello player with too much coffee. So we can start with one of those drum loops, or Lost Elf's Bells, alto sax, bassist tremolo, overdrive grunge, bell synth, Chrome Stereo 1 Init. Okay. It's weird. I have my in-ears set to normally they're set to basically on my in-ear amplifier here to 9 out of 10. But now I have them set to 6 out of 10. And I don't know if by cutting my hair, my ears became much more sensitive. But when I was testing earlier, it just sounded so loud. Maybe I was just, I don't know. Electric Boo says, try 11. It often ends up, if you've ever played with other musicians, always what happens, you all start out at a reasonable volume, but then the bass player turns up a little bit, and then the guitar player can't hear himself, so the guitar player turns up, then the keyboard can't hear, so the keyboard turns up, and then by the time you know it, you're all at 11, and you're all deaf. It's like cutting legs on a table. And you would think, since I'm the only musician in the room, that wouldn't happen to me, but I think sometimes it does. I was in a band and we got in-ears. It's when my original in-ears came from. And we had it set up. We each had a mixing board, a little mixing board on our stands. It was so awesome. It was so awesome. Although the problem with that was, as far as you knew, like maybe the drummer didn't like the keyboards at all. So the drummer could just turn the keyboards totally off and, never hear you again. But I think for some of those big stadium shows where you have these pop singers who, are not the most skilled singers in the world, their bands are usually insanely good. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the guys in the band turned down the vocals almost entirely and just listen to each other, because I'm telling you, the bands on pop tours, I mean, like, Top 40, MTV, those kind of tours, the bands are usually insanely good musicians. Okay, I'm ending voting. CK says, did you enjoy playing with a group? I love playing with other people, CK. I love it. And when I first envisioned this show, the plan was always and remains to eventually have guest musicians often. I mean, ideally, I'd like to have a guest musician like 2 out of 3 shows a week, maybe every show. But I'm just not quite ready technically I have to do some technical work, and also a lot of my buddies and like especially are like professionals. I mean, they're professional musicians. They're jazz musicians. And I just I want to be able to pay them. So but I've played with some pretty amazing people, and it'd be awesome to get a feature on this show. But let's see. Okay, I'm any voting. What have you guys chosen? It's Lost Elf Spells. Lost Elf Spells, nice. I feel like I think we've started a song once before with Lost Elf Spells. Maybe more. Maybe more. Nice. Okay, here we go. Lost Elf Spells. Wish me luck, guys. Time to etceterate. For those of you guys jamming along, yes, I played a major third over our minor. And didn't it feel good? Didn't it feel good in those vocals? Oh, thanks for those calves. Thanks, everybody. Oh, I love playing notes that theoretically don't belong. Man, nice set of sounds. I was having fun with the that interplay between Lost Elf Bells and Bell Synth. That was nice. Yeah, a lot of nice stuff in there. Thanks. Thanks, Enigma. So those of you guys who are musicians and who are watching the show who play music, next time you're messing around, try putting major thirds over your minor chords and minor thirds over your major chords. Which is basically the blues, but obviously that track wasn't so bluesy, but let's see. Oh, a cheer from Nifty Guy. Thank you, Nifty Guy. Nifty Guy won. I shouldn't do that. Nifty Guy won. I apologize. I realize sometimes I default to saying Nifty Guy, but you've never done a say my name for Nifty Guy. So I should always say Nifty Guy won. So my mistake, Nifty Guy won. Let's see. Let's look at your titles. What do we have here? Title time. From ClaraBowBunny, we have The Sky on Shards of Glass. From Dr. Boo TV. Hey, Dr. Boo TV. Hope for Rescue. From Scrabblezard. I like that username. Scrabblezard. We have Frozen Moments. From Saxon 1976, we have We March at the New Dawn. And one last title for you guys to vote on. From Northern Boreal, All the Way Down. Okay, these are your title options. The Sky on Shards of Glass, Hope for Rescue, Frozen Moments, We March at the New Dawn, and All the Way Down. And some good titles I missed. Let's see, what did I miss? Crystalline from Inyoti. Airflow, ClaraBowBunny. The Last Raindrops Before the Sun from Ragnar. Unleash the Beast from Electric Blue. A Friend as Old as Time from CK. Fall of Polygon Kingdom, Rice Megatron. When Johnny Comes Martian Home from Atomic Widget. A Pensive Tomorrow, Lost Elf. Fragile Futility, Enigma. Oh no, Rice Megatron just did a say our name to Rice. I got it. Rice Megatron, now known as Rice. Rice Megatron. Is there a story behind your username, Rice? I've thought it in my head before. I've wondered. Rice Megatron. That is an interesting combination of words. Let's see what I do on the track. I did a little bit of a little tiny bit of harmonica. It's a hard time getting it loud enough for me to hear though. And voice. That was it. Hey, a host from Fall Rate 1000. Wow, thank you for the host. Did you have a stream? How was your stream? Okay, give you guys a moment more. There it is, Fall Rate 1000 with Yeehaw, the Yeehaw raid. Ruthie Dot's part of it. Yeehaw! Oh no, Nifty Guy 1 just did a say my name to Nifty Guy. I'm happy to call you Nifty Guy 1. That was on me, but if you want Nifty Guy, I'll do Nifty Guy. And then Electric Blue did a say my name of Nifty Guy 2. I'm afraid I can't do that for you, Electric Blue. I could do, if you want to add number 2, you could be Electric Blue 2. And then there is Rice Megatron is now Rice. So I see the Say My Names in chat, and then my checklist brings them up, and I approve them, and then it literally rewrites how your name appears in my chat, so that I don't forget. Faray says, you sound so epic saying yeehaw. It's funny, I did not feel epic when I said it. I thought, oh man, I've done yeehaw a disservice the way I said it. So I'm glad I'm glad it sounded epic. Rice says, Rice Megatron's username, it's a food to energy converter for people who think they're androids. Okay. Oh, and so Electric Blue, I totally forgot that your full username is Electric Blue 7331. I get so used to seeing you guys' usernames in the Say My Name that I wouldn't recognize it. Northern Borealis says, are you holding out for your best yeehaw on us? What's it going to take for you to give it 100%? I feel like I say yeehaw a similar way to I say I for Leaks' username. You know, I for Leaks. Okay, I'll give you another. Oh, Doc Bar 11 is giving. Okay, I got to do another one. Okay, let's try it again. Well, first up, we got new follows from Scrabble Zard and Jackie 2623. Okay, let's do our yeehaw. now I'm nervous. I'm getting some performance anxiety here. Okay, here we go. Yeehaw! That was awful. Oh man. Yeehaw! It's hard. I switched to falsetto and I wasn't able to switch back. I'm sure that's gonna get clipped. That's what I'm gonna be remembered for in this world is my yeehaws. Oh yeah, and then we have our latest Say My Name, which I'm gonna put a limit on Say My Names pretty soon, but it's Tice Betrayer, which was already a Say My. Well, no, that wasn't it. Became Super Kami Guru Tyson Magnificent of the Grandest Betrayal. That's a tough one. And a donation just came in from Northern Boreal with a huge yeehaw. Thank you, Northern Boreal. Man, it's really good to see you back, Northern Boreal. Thank you for that donation. Northern Boreal, I think when did we meet? We met maybe in January or something. And Northern Boreal has some buddies, and they did some streams, some music streams. And they were awesome. I got bits of a couple of them, And I guess they've been too busy, but I've been telling Northern Boreal, you got to do it again. So guys, if you're scrolling through the music pages on Twitch and you see Northern Boreal, go check them out. I hope you'll do some more streaming. Or maybe you haven't, I just missed it, in which case I apologize that I've missed it. But if you haven't, or either way, everyone should go check out Northern Boreal. This is nice chill stream, really nice dudes. I've seen you with a couple of your buddies. I think I saw 3 of you on there. Okay, so we got to wait till the summer. We're almost to summer, aren't we? We are. It is the summer. Northern Boreal. That means we've got. I'm hoping in July it happens. Okay, let's see. I'm closing this poll. What's the title? Chad has chosen Sky. The Sky on Shards of Glass from ClaraBowBunny. The Sky on Shards of Glass. Just think about that image. I feel like we've all seen that before, right? But we probably don't think about it. You know, you're walking and there's like someone, threw a beer bottle or something. It's on the ground and you see those reflections. That's a cool title. Yeah. All right, look at all of Clara's titles. Clara's into the two Tubi messages now. Okay, let's create a new empty track. It's interesting. So I said at the top of the show, I'm finally cutting up all the old shows and new shows. I'm basically I'm doing all the new shows as they happen, and I'm trying to catch up with the old shows. And soon I'll start making them public. But I've uploaded about 20 shows to YouTube. They're private still. But man, on the early shows, no one was watching, or very few people watching. And I was playing shorter songs. So most shows were like at least 10 or 12 tracks. Because most tracks were under 10 minutes, and we got between songs so quickly because there was nobody for me to talk to. It's actually a little sad. That was a little sad. Oh, and Yodi, there's many ways to interpret that. So I don't know what Clara meant, but that's what I imagined was it's one of those things. I feel like, especially in the city, you walk around and there's all the tall buildings. You forget that there's a sky above you. You forget that beyond those buildings is green and nature. And sometimes it takes somebody's broken beer bottle on the ground that reflects the sky above you to remind you where you are. Oh no. And I get a resub from Fall Rate with a clip. I can only imagine what the clip is. I'm gonna check it out. Let me see what the clip is. Yeah, it's me saying yeehaw. Of course, it's been clipped. Okay. Thank you for that resub. Fall Rate 1000. Fall Rate 1000 was so kind. I don't know if it was the first time you saw the show. Well, it must not have been the first time. Maybe, I'm not sure what it was, but came in, did a raid, gave a donation, and subbed. That was pretty awesome. So thank you again for that resub. And mods, maybe one of my mods, can you do a shout out for a fall rate stream, so people have the link so they can check out next time fall rate streams. Okay, let's see. That's been on screen long enough. I've been meaning to create more informational screens that are interesting. I just haven't had time. I've got a million ideas. Well, like I said, I decided that I just need to be hardcore into cutting up these shows. Just get it done. So that's all, pretty much all I'm doing for the next like 20 days. Cutting up the shows. It's pretty tedious. Let's see. Looks like we got a custom poll. Let's do a custom poll. I don't know who this is from. We'll see when it goes on screen. This is a question from Stouche Batiste. Stouche Batiste asks, which superpower would you want? Invulnerability, live forever, invisibility, super strength, super speed, or super music skill? So while I get these requests in, good night, Doc Bar 11. Thank you. Have a good one. Okay. Now let's see. We got some requests coming. Let me get these in. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Rosanetto says, I can't choose between strength or speed. CK says, Queen asks, who wants to live forever? Answer me. Oh, wow. And a sub from Atomic Widget. Awesome. Thank you so much, Atomic Widget. Man, a sub. That's a new sub. Sweet. Thank you, Atomic Widget. Man. Oh, we got some custom drum loops, I see. From Electric Blue, we got Fill It Up. Frucose drum fill of haircut. There's been so many haircut drum fills recently. A lot of haircut drum fills. I think we will see fewer of them now that I've finally gotten the haircut. And Masked Enigma just did a drum fill. The man, the myth, the legend, Tubi. Okay, we got a request. Oh yeah, let me close this poll. What has chat chosen? Oh no, worry. Sounds good, Fall Rate. I hope you have a good dinner. Okay, I'm closing the poll. Yeah. Thank you, Yeehaw Crew. Yeah, Rosanetto, I have not yet created the cringe meter. It's on my to-do list. If I'm being honest with you, it's probably months away from me having time to create the cringe meter, but I have added it to my list. Chad has chosen invisibility. Invisibility? Man. That's sort of a creepy skill, though. Invisibility? I don't know about you guys choosing invisibility. I think, man, what would I go for? That's tough. Of these five, maybe maybe live forever, I guess. Although I don't know if I really want to live forever, ever. You know, I would like to live longer than the typical human lifespan, but I think having to live for eternity would be its own kind of curse. I would need to develop a different kind of brain. I do not think the human brain, even if it could physically last that long, I don't think psychologically it could handle an eternity of life. Rice says, I can steal cookies without being seen. Mr. Roberts says, I'm actually right behind you. Right, that's the thing, is invisibility is mainly useful, I feel like, for sneaking around, right? It's like it's a skill that will be very easy to use for nefarious things, robberies and okay, let's look at these. Rice says, living forever scares me. Yeah, I don't think I could live forever, but I would like to live longer than 80 years. You know, I had this thought a couple weeks ago that, and this is maybe sort of dark. I don't know. Just that all of us, right? All of us have a midpoint of our life where we've lived half of our life and we have another half to go. And obviously we don't know that. But it's a weird feel, you know, thinking like, have I passed my midpoint yet? Or is my midpoint still ahead of me? I hope that my midpoint is ahead of me. But you just don't know. You know? I don't want to know. I think that would be the worst curse. The worst curse if you knew exactly when you were going to die. At least for me. Maybe for some people that would be liberating and would let you just like, it's like, well, I'm just going to let go of everything, but I don't know. Enigma says, midlife crisis, kid. Enigma, I've had many of those. I had a midlife crisis in my 20s, in my 30s. Oh, hey, Ledworth. How are you doing? Ledworth comes in right while I'm talking about the midpoints. That's a good, Northern Boreal made a good point. Your midpoint is relative. You could live so much more in 5 years later in your life than you do somewhere else in your life. It would seem like a longer part. But that's the thing is time accelerates as we get older, right? Because relatively it does. Isn't that have you guys thought about that? When you're 1 year old, right? 1 day is 365th of your life, right? A tiny amount. 1 day is forever. Now 1 day is like a second or so. Someone can do the math, but you know, time relatively speaking accelerates unless, as Northern Boreal is saying, unless you can find some way, I don't know, to be more present or something. Okay, let's look at our requests. It's 100 beats a minute from Rosanetto, A major from Stoosh Batiste, Lydian is our mode from Mr. Robert. We got Drum Loose from Northern Boreal and Tice the Betrayer. Let's see. Enigma says music is the answer. I think that there's definitely truth to that. I think one of the great things about music is that to really experience it, you have to experience it in real time, right? You can't accelerate your experience of music. You have to listen to it at the speed it was created. It's very healthy for me because I have a tendency to want to get as much done as possible as quickly as I can. I think some of you have heard me talk about, I have these little bookmarklets on my browser so that whenever I'm watching YouTube videos, I can speed them up to the maximum, as fast as possible, where I can still understand what they're saying. So I've got like 10 different bookmark widths, all different speeds. 1.1 time, 1.5 times as fast, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. I never do that with music, obviously, right? Because it wouldn't make sense. And I'm glad that I can't do it with music. I'm glad that with music, I have to be present and going in real time. I made the horrible mistake in college of realizing that one of the classes that required me sitting in a hard bench in a huge theater, I made the mistake of discovering that class was recorded, and that I could go and stop watching the lectures and watch them and the lecturer had a deep voice and spoke very slowly, extremely slowly, and it was torture. So I went and got the tapes and I listened to them like twice as fast. But you lose something there. Yes, I got the same amount of information, but I think I might have experienced it in a more meaningful way if I'd been a little more patient. Oh, let's see. Something didn't work here. Let's try that again. Mr. Robert says, actually, I was listening to one of your songs at 1.5 times. It sounded just as good. That reminds me, you guys should check out, there's this awesome producer named Washed Out. And he has this track. It's the theme song for Portlandia. It's an amazing track. Basically, the song, he sampled another song, and he took almost the entire song. It's like, and sampled it, and he slowed it down, and just by slowing it down, granted he did more than that, but look it up. Look up the Washed Out Portlandia theme. I mean, it wasn't the Portlandia theme originally, and then look for the original. Google it. It's pretty easy to find. And now, at first, you might think, man, he just ripped off this other song. But it was brilliant, the fact that he realized that he could slow this song down and it would become insanely awesome once he did. So credit to Washed Out. Some people thought it was ridiculous that he did it, but man, if you can realize a possibility like that, man, more power to you. Okay. Hey, B, how you doing? Well, I'm talking a lot today. We should play some music, right? That's what this show is, a music show. One of these days, I'm going to get reported on. And I'll get suspended by Twitch for talking too much. Okay, we got our... B says, did I get a haircut? No, I didn't get a haircut. Yeah, I think I did. Yes, I did just 5 hours ago. I did 5 hours ago. I finally was able to get an appointment. And Yohi says, if you had a talk show, I'd watch it 100%. Well, so I've talked about this. I want to keep talking about this because this is my long-term dream. Is in addition to having this normal show with the guest musicians eventually, I want to have a show where every week I feature a different band, because I've been involved in the indie music scene and I know literally thousands of bands. And there's so many amazing bands out there that are touring small clubs around the U.S. that you have never heard of but are unbelievable. Anyway, I'd love to have a show where I bring a different band each week and I play one or two songs with them, but then we sort of do an interview and I help them connect with chat, introduce them to this experience, and so it would be like a quasi talk show, music show. We talk about creativity and stuff like that. That would be really fun. Okay, let's see our milestones. This is Tyson Betrayer's first drum loop. Is Is that true? Is that possible, Tice the Betrayer? Or did Tubi screw up? And this is Stoosh Batista's first key. This is Lovedee's, Lovedeleland, I should say, 100th request that has been used on a track. 100 requests. And this is Super Kami Guru Tice Magnificent of the Grandest Betrayals 5th drum fill, Mr. Robert's 5th mode, CK's 10th sound, and Enigma's 25th drum fill. Congrats on those milestones. Okay, let's see. Let's check out our drum kit. It's the Neo Soul kit from Cathanius. This was last used in February on a track we called Cherry Blossom Moon. That's a nice name for a track, Cherry Blossom Moon. Man, I feel like titles that are more than like 2 months old, it is very hard for me to remember them. Even a month old. Okay, let's see. Let's make these loops. Okay, nice acoustic kit there. Whoops. What did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Here it is. Northern Boreal. First drum loop of the... Well, no, this is not your first drum loop. That was Tice Betrayer's first. Northern Boreal, raw from the generator. That's awesome. Man, no kick on one. You know what? I'm going to leave it that way. I think I'm leaving this beat raw. I'm gonna do a few volume things, but let's leave it pretty raw. I'm not gonna add any notes. I love the opening. I love the opening especially. Here it is, Northern Boreal's beat. Yeah, that's sweet. Thank you, Northern Boreal. Next up, while I zero out, since I of course forgot to zero out. Atomic Witches says, "You've gone mad, mad." I've gone mad with the power of the drum generator. Next up, it's Tice the Betrayer. Here it is, raw from the generator. That's awesome too. Man, I don't think I'm going to add anything to that. I love the syncopation of the snares, all those kick drums. Yeah, I'm not going to add anything. I'm just doing a little bit of volume work. Okay, here it is. Tice the Betrayer. Sweet. Yeah, that's right. We've been doing a lot of totally raw beats. Okay, let's check out our sounds. First up, requested by Reginald Delaware. You know what's funny is that we probably have people who stumble onto our show, right? First-time viewers. And they think I'm insane. Because I'm saying all these names, and they're like, it clearly says on screen, Reginald Wham 3. Why is he saying Reginald Delaware? What's the connection? Yeah, so all your Say My Names basically make me look crazy to any new viewers. Like, I just don't get what he said. Why is he, can he not read? Can the kid not read? Okay, first up, it's Deep Synth Bass from Reginald, Delaware. B says, you are insane. Nice. That was a nice, sweet, deep synth bass. Next up is Dynamic Filters from Rice. Oh, first time used. First time used. Mr. Roberts says, I've been here for months and I still think you're crazy. Fair enough. And then we got from CK, Cello's Tremolo. Cello's Tremolo. Wait, is that? That's not cello? I'm totally out of it. I'm like, it sounds exactly like a cello. That tells you guys how it seems like I'm multitasking, like I'm focusing on chat, I'm focusing on all this stuff, but sometimes I'm really not, and I'm not paying attention. Definitely not cellos. Okay, so something happened here. Let me see what happened. Oh yeah. It totally loaded the wrong sounds. Okay, let's try this again. It loaded the wrong sounds. That was LA Pad. Yeah, so that bass we thought was requested by Reginald Delaware, that was not the right bass. That was an acid bass. Now we should have the deep synth bass. Here it is. There it is, deep synth bass. And then, now here's the dynamic filters. Let's see, what was this? Hey, beautiful chaos. How are you? It's good to see you. You enjoying summer vacation? Lad, you're going to school soon, right? Going to uni? I remember when I was a freshman. We did a orientation camping trip. Was that? Actually, no, that was in high school. I did. See, so long ago, I can't even remember. Here's our cello's tremolo. That sounds like cellos. Speaking of ETC Oops, apparently on Monday's show, you guys voted on a sound, and I totally blew it, and I forgot, and I started on the wrong sound. And I didn't realize till much later. I'll tell you when I realized. I'll tell you when I realized. I was getting the link so you guys could have the set list in after the show, and so I was just finding the right time for it. And the song starts, and I think it was Frambox or someone's like, "Kid started with the wrong sound." I was like, oh man. I wonder how many times that happens and I forget. Classical Male Ensemble. Oh, wow. Beautiful Chaos starts in late August and is in Half Moon Bay. I know Half Moon Bay. That's awesome. That's a great name of a bay, Half Moon Bay. That could be a great title for a track. Reginald Delaware says, can't get the right sounds. I want my sub money back. Whisper me and we'll deal with the refunds. Micro W Official asks, you a surfer? I surf the internet. That's about all the surfing I've done. In another life, I would love to surf some gnarly waves, but I have not had a chance yet in this life. So I'm stuck surfing the interwebs. Okay, next up, this was requested by Madden, Indonesian Gamelan. How you doing, Madden? Oh, did I say the choir was from Germaximus? And then lastly, we have from Frambox, it's the Voxy Face Pad. Was it your sound that I didn't start on, Frambox, or was it somebody else's? I think what it was, Frambox, was I'm just used to chat choosing the wackiest sound, and chat did not choose the wackiest sound on that vote. But in my head, I was just psychologically like, they're going to choose the wackiest sound, and so that's what I started with. If you guys remember, it was this like weird, scratchy, weird thing. I don't know what it was. Okay, this is the Voxy Face Pad, first time ever used. Okay. It was B's. Oh, I'm sorry, B. I'm sorry for that. Hey, Trainsy. How you doing, Trainsy? Good to see you, man. So, chat, Trainsy rated us recently. Or was it you were just hanging out, I guess. I can't remember what it was, but you're hanging out. Trainsy is a streamer. So you got, maybe one of my mods can do a shout out for Trainsy. Okay, let's do our vote. But you guys should definitely go check out Trainsy's stream. Okay, so we can start with one of these drum loops, or with our deep synth bass, dynamic filters, cello's tremolo. Our classical male ensemble, gamelan. Voxy Phase Pad. Those are your options. Let's see. We got some new follows from Taco667, In the Dark Fusion, and Xzwanru. That's hard. I don't know how to say that exactly. Well, thank you for your follows. Thank you for supporting live music on Twitch. So last show we didn't have camera switching, but it seems to be working again. Let's just see if... Hey, camera 3. Nice to have you back. I'm sure you won't mess up at all tonight. Okay. Beautiful Chaos says, how's Jiffy? Jiffy is well. Well, I mean, Jiffy has some issues. Jiffy has some health issues, if I'm honest, but for the most part, well. Jiffy is fast asleep. But yeah, Jiffy, he faints. We don't know if it happens like once a month maybe, and I guess I think I would have said he was well if it weren't for the fact that he fainted yesterday, but he was fine for the previous 30 days. But Jiffy looks incredibly happy and comfortable right now. He's slumbering. He's slumbering. Okay, let's check out. Let's see. What'd you guys choose? Chat has chosen that we're going to start with Cello's Tremolo. Cool. Start with Cello's Tremolo from CK. Yeah, he's in Dreamland. That's right. Jiffy's in Dreamland. You guys might hear him. You guys heard dogs when they bark when they're sleeping? It sounds almost like a hiccup. It's the funniest thing. He's chasing squirrels, or I don't know what he's doing, but can you imagine getting to experience the dreams of an animal? Like if you could experience what it's like their dreams, that has to be really trippy. Sorry, I'm just imagining being in the dream of a dog, experiencing a dog's dream. I wonder which animal has the best dreams. You know? Which animal would we enjoy spending time in their dreamscape the most? Tell me that, chat. Which animal would you like? I'm not saying which animal do you want to be, right? I'm just saying which animal do you want to experience their dreams? And it could be any animal. It could be Tyrannosaurus Rexes. So I'm going to start this song, but you guys can be thinking about that. That can inspire some of your titles. Okay, here we go. Let's play some music. It's time to etceterate. Time to etceterate. Man. Nice loops there from Northern Boreal and Super Kami Guru Tice the Betrayer. Nice set of sounds. Yeah. Oh, thanks for those kelps. Oh, thanks, ClaraBowBunny. Okay. A little hydration here. Let's see. Let's look at your titles. Let's bring that a little closer. Title time. From CK, we have I Know What the Caged Bird Dreams. From Beautiful Chaos, Goldfish Dreams of the Wide Ocean. From Mr. Robert, The Serengeti Sleeps. Let's see, two more. From Stouche Batiste, Descending Uplift. And from Enigma, Solar Stroll. The video is choppy. Okay, these are your title options. I Know What the Caged Bird Dreams, Goldfish Dreams, The Wide Ocean, The Serengeti Sleeps, Descending Uplift, and Solar Stroll. Hey, Trang. Is anyone else having choppy video? Yeah. Well, I'm not doing anything that would cause it like in the past when I had TeamViewer running. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do. Maybe it's a Twitch thing today. Last time was my fault, I think. Let's see some titles I missed. From Madden, Sheep Counting People to Fall Asleep. That's good. Also from Madden, Dreaming of Bacon. From Unicycle Mafia, I don't capitalize my titles because I hate capitalism. Did you just come up with that, Unicycle Mafia? I don't capitalize my titles because I hate capitalism. The Galloping News from Equilibrium 007. Slide Away Rosinetto. In the Mind of a Mongoose from Mr. Robert. Ideas of the Ideal of an Ideal from ClaraBowBunny. The Flamingo Fever Dreams CK. Star Child from Northern Boreal. Into the Distant Caverns from Scrabblezard. Oh, Unicycle Mafia says, I lifted it from a Stephen Wright joke. Oh, man, because I was going to say Unicycle Mafia. You got to put that show on the road. You know what? Stephen Wright is, I've seen Stephen Wright live. I've only seen, that might be the only well-known comedian I've ever seen live. I saw Stephen Wright in Somerville, Massachusetts, at a little theater. I forget what it's called. It was a very small theater. It's like, maybe 100 people or something. Man, that was a fun show. Stephen Wright, king of the one-liners. That takes a real skill, because most comedians, they have a bit. It's a long, extended thing, and yeah, they have jokes, but it's a part of a big story. But I think just coming up with boom, 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 joke, 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 like what Stephen Wright does, that takes a different kind of mind to do that. Let's see, what did I do on that track? I did a little bit of Rhodes, I think, and I sang. It was not the Somerville Theater, Reginald Delaware. It was a smaller theater. Somerville Theater is not very small. Somerville Theater is pretty big. I've seen some great bands in Somerville Theater. I've seen all those so long ago. I definitely saw Angelique Kidjo. I'm a huge Angelique Kidjo fan. She played there. I should, if any of you guys like high energy Afro pop, Angelique Kidjo, she's just got, her voice kills me. She's really mellowed out in her later records. I'm gonna paste her name into chat. I don't remember how to do accents. Oh, I think I could do one of the accents. I think this is how you spell it. I've seen her twice. It's very poppy. It's very poppy, but her voice, she's got an incredibly powerful voice. And it's cool. She's this super petite woman with this voice that is like 10 stories high. The Nifty Guy just did a say my name of Nifty Guy, yeehaw! You guys, I don't know how long I'll be able to do it, but for a while we'll do it. Nifty Guy, yeehaw! And I see Stoosh Batiste did a say my name of Bush Status. I think that's a little too complicated. My thing with say my names is people still have to understand who I'm referring to. I think Bush Status is maybe, I don't think anyone's going to get it. But I will call you Bush Status this one time. I could do Stoosh Batiste Bush Status as a long say my name. Yeah, Tubi is skeptical because Tubi doesn't like it when I go into a chat. Tubi considers it off limits for me. Tubi thinks I've got the camera. Tubi has chat, so that's why Tubi said It was not in reference to Angelique Kidjo, because Tubi is also a huge Angelique Kidjo fan. Apparently there's a joke in I got that you reversed your username. I did get that, but is there something else that I missed? Do you guys remember Pig Latin? Do you guys remember? Okay, good. Yeah, I did get that. I did get that. Do you guys remember Pig Latin in elementary school? And I just remember in elementary school, we would talk in Pig Latin thinking that no one could understand us. Of course, everyone knows what you're doing. And I remember being on a bus recently and some some elementary school kids were talking in Pig Latin and giggling, thinking no one understood them. And it's like, dude, we've all been speaking in Pig Latin for like 150 years. Ever since Latin ended, ever since the fall of the Roman Empire, people have been speaking in Pig Latin. And yet elementary school kids think they discovered it. Bush status. Sitab shusht. How about that? We could reverse it. Sitab. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, I love your username as it is. Stoosh Batiste. Am I saying it right, by the way? But it's awesome in reverse as well. Sitab husht. Okay, let's see. I'm talking a long time. We should start hurrying up for some music. Oh, there's a Bela Fleck song, Half Moon Bay? I didn't know that. Okay, I'm ending voting. What did you guys choose? Oh, it's a tie between Goldfish Dreams, The Wide Ocean, and the Serengeti Sleeps. Let's do a tiebreaker. And Krius has voted for option 3, The Serengeti Sleeps. Nice. A ton of good titles there. That song, now known, courtesy Mr. Robert, as The Serengeti Sleeps. CK writes, Igpay Atenley. Oh, and there's Mr. Robert's titles. Screaming with Your Mouth Closed. That was an epic title. Private Eyes Need a Private Monologue. Man. Okay, let's create a new empty track. I'm going at a 1 song per hour rate. That's really bad. Gotta hurry up. Let's see. There we go. Oh, thanks, Beautiful Chaos. Oh, nice. Hi, Beautiful Chaos's friend. Now we got another poll, custom poll. Oh, well, I get your request for this next track. This comes from Trang, and I took the liberty, Trang, of adding one option to your poll. I added the telephone. So favorite method of correspondence, favorite spelled the British Australian spelling. Snail mail, email, text or instant message, social media, telephone, or carrier pigeon. Favorite method of correspondence. And I should add that per request, you can now do up to 8. I don't know why I didn't have it always like that, but you can do 8 options for your polls, your custom polls. Okay, meanwhile, Lost Elf says, no love for the Telegraph. Scrabblezard says, the proper spelling. I know, America just ruins everything. America ruined the English language by removing the U. I honor it both ways, though. We added the command favorite in my favorites, and I forgot who requested it. Was it Lovedee? Love to Leon's? One of our non, how should I say it? One of our non-American friends, English-speaking non-American friends, requested both options. So now you could do favorite with your preferred spelling. Okay. There it is, Enigma. Honor both ways. I know honor as well. Honor is misspelled. Guinevere says, which is your favorite? I should wait until the vote ends. I'll wait until the vote ends to say what my favorite is. Okay. Whoops. Oh, it's okay. Or did you mean which is my favorite spelling? I think I like how the U works. I like how it looks, but obviously I'm used to the other way. So Reginald did a drum fill. Dig-a-doo. And how you doing, Guinevere? Another haircut drum fill. A frambox says cut more. It's still too long. Although, you know what? I don't know if that colon and parentheses is going to work, so I'm going to have to take those out of the drum fill because I can't remember. And of course, Mr. Robert does a Ethan Hawke drum fill. Okay, come on, kid. I'm just waiting for the computer. The computer is in an infinite loop, it looks like. I'm going to have to break you out of this loop. You were good. What were you looping for? Okay, I'm ending the poll. What has chat chosen? Chat has chosen text or instant message as its favorite, followed by carrier pigeon. Who in chat has honestly ever in their life received a message by carrier pigeon? Has anybody in chat truthfully received a message by carrier pigeon? I have to say my favorite method of correspondence is definitely snail mail. When I say favorite, like I don't go, oh yippee, I just got a text message. This is so exciting, right? I don't say, I just got an email. This is so exciting. But if you get a handwritten letter in the mail, that is exciting, right? So while I do not get many letters, and I sadly do not send many letters anymore, that is my favorite. It is not often used, but it is my favorite. Stu Spati says like thrice a week. Snail mail. Although my handwriting is awful, so what I do is I have a typewriter, and I will type my letters. And I find that my brain works very differently when I use a typewriter versus when I use an electric keyboard, a computer. It's like improvising in a way, right? You can't constantly fix yourself. You just got to make a decision and go with it. I mean, I guess you could white out, but you don't want to send a letter to someone that's covered with whiteout, right? You just want to do it. Okay, let's look at our requests. Hunter Demi's from ClaraBowBunny, E minor from Lost Elf, Dorian is our mode from Enigma, drum blues from Hayes 8724, and a custom loop from CK Wolf, Voxy Lady. Lenina says, I suppose there's a difference between favorite and most frequently used. That's true. See, I interpreted favorite as literally my favorite. What does that say about me? I don't know what that says about me. Tubi. Oh, I just saw Tubi's bot talk there. Oh man, you guys kill me with your bot talk sometimes. Okay, let's see. We got our kit. It's the 70s kit. Nice tight acoustic kit. All the way from this 1970s. Okay. Let me bring in these. Let me bring in these drum fills. Oh, somebody did a drum fill that was drum loop. That was their drum fill. Let's do, you know what? This was fun last time. Let's do, instead of hi-hats, let's include, let's do rides instead of hi-hats. Okay. We may have some milestones. Let's see. Oh yeah, Kruvek is here. You missed this. Chat discovered there's a secret command called Rickroll. And you run the Rickroll command, and Tubi tells you how many times Tubi has Rickrolled chat. And in part of that secret command is I added a global variable called Rickroll. So there's a command and a global variable, and they do different things. The global variable Rickroll, what it does is it inserts one of 10 different links, bit.ly links, all of which are Rickrolls. And so yes, you can include Rickroll as a global variable in any bot talk now. Let's see. So this is Equilibrium 007's first request ever and Scrabblezard's first request ever. Nice. Congrats, guys. First of many. A sound and a drum fill. And then this is Cathanius' 50th request used. So I did put a limit on Rickroll so it doesn't get run too often. So I think it has a timeout period where the command can only be run once every, I don't know, 60 seconds or something. So if you just ran it and it doesn't run again, that's because I didn't want it overused. However, the Rickroll global variable could be used as often as bot talk happens that uses it. There's no limit on the global variable. Okay, our drum kit. The 70s kit. Let's check out our beats. First up. Whoops. Let me just try just 1 second. Okay, here's our beats. First up, very minimal, from Hayes 8724. Lots of silence in Hayes' name. So here it is, raw from the generator. Thanks, Stephen Eddy. Guinevere says, "Can you read this?" I can. Let's listen to this once more. Wait. Oh, I screwed up. I meant ride cymbals. Instead of a ride cymbal, I told it to use a snare, a different snare. Oh, man. So we're not going to have any hi-hats or ride cymbals in either of these beats. I'm not going to honor this silence entirely, especially because of all those snares. I'm going to put a kick here and here. And I'm going to drop these a bit. But I will honor the my mistake of not including any hi-hats or rides. We're not going to add any. So it's just me kick and snare on this track. There it is. 87, Hayes 8724. That's our first beat. Nice. Next up, from CK, custom drum loop with Voxy Lady. Here's Voxy Lady. Oh, but you did get open hi-hat. I didn't take that out, so that's there. I'm going to put a kick on one. That is a lot of snares. We got a lot of snare action happening. We got some double snare action happening, actually. 2 snare hits on the capital L's. I think that's good. This is it. Here's Voxy Lady. I might have to add I'm going to go back on what I said. Well, no, we'll go with it. Well, yeah, we'll leave it. I was thinking about adding some hi-hats to end the... So when you do an open hi-hat, it rings and rings and rings. So if you can cut it off with a closed hi-hat. Do I want to? Yeah, I want to cut them off. So I'm going to put closed hi-hats right here, here, and here. Okay. Yeah. C. Benetti says, flip-flopper. That's right, I totally flip-flopped. And Guinevere says, I just had the most miraculous miracle of mistakes happen. Tell us. What miraculous miracle of a mistake did you just have? Okay, we got our loops. Whoops, that's awkward looking. Let's check out our sounds. First up from Nifty Guy, yeehaw! And we got saturated picked bass. And then from Yodi, we got future wobble bass. Wow. Intense. And I just noticed that I didn't. There they go. Future wobble bass. And then we have from Lenina the classic house organ. And then from Brukos's signature mod sound, Brukos's violin pizzicato. And then from Equilibrium 007, we have the slow attack piano. It's the first time it's been used. Oh, that's a spooky sound. And then from Rose and Nettle, we have Chrome Crush in it. Those are your options. We could start with one of our drum loops. Oh, that's good. So Guinevere went from losing 4 hours of work to somehow the next minute miraculously restoring 4 hours of work. Oh, I'm glad. That is the worst feeling when, a computer crashes and you lose a lot. I'm glad that worked out. Okay. I'm off center. That's no good. Okay, I'm about to end voting. What has chat chosen to start off this improv? The slow attack piano. Nice. Who requested that? Equilibrium did. Cool. Let's do it. Slow attack piano. Oh, and a welcome Overlord JC. So this goes for Overlord JC and anyone else who's just stumbled in. What you're about to hear is totally improvised, but chat shows all the sounds which you see on screen. Those are chat sounds. We turn people's usernames into drum loops and drum fills. So if you want to be a part of the next song, because this one's filled up, make some requests. I recommend starting with a drum loop request and a drum fill. Do both of them, because drum loops can be hard to get sometimes. Okay, let's do it. Time to Etcetera. Wish me luck. Is my There's a reason it was darker. I was on the wrong. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I have two different. Oh, you guys don't care. So one of the cool things about OBS is you can put different color profiles and brightness and contrast for different scenes. So on the music scene, it's slightly darker. Anyway, well, you guys didn't hear me. That's what I was talking about. I was like, why is it so dark? It's because I'm on the wrong section. Oh, it looks like my chat is frozen. Why is my chat frozen? Huh. They say we do care. Well, I'll show you guys. So I'm switching between scenes. You'll notice it gets darker. You notice that? So the darker one is what I use when we're doing the music. Krubik said it was so weird. The stream was so dark and there were light spots everywhere. I kept swatting my monitor but wouldn't go away. I guess I'll have to get a new monitor. Okay, so my chat is officially frozen. Let me see. This is going to cause us lots of problems if I don't. Okay. Hold on, guys. Stream might get. No513 says, have you ever used a seaboard? I don't know what a seaboard is. What is a seaboard? In a moment, we're going to look at our titles. Well, I have Lost Elf, I have a custom chat program. That's how I know all your Say My Names, and it filters stuff out. So it is crashed, but I have a backup chat that I'm looking at while I try to fix this. Looks like I got to bring up. Whoops. Camera 3 just fell to the ground. I got to end task. There it went. Well, let's load it back up. For guys, if you guys are wondering, this is camera 3. Or this is what camera 3 watches. And I wear it around on my shoulder. So camera 3 knows where I am. Because I know camera 3. Okay, let's look at your titles. Oh, there's my chat is almost ready to come back. Okay. There they go. There it goes. Chat is catching up now. Okay, let's look at your titles. Camera 3. Let's see. Can you follow me? How you doing? Why don't you show off? Show off how good you are, camera 3. Impress chat. Let's see. Yeah, it's not so bad. Why can't you do this when I'm playing music? Oh no. That's Jobby. That totally froze. Is that what's been happening? I saw that. I saw that freeze. That is weird. See, I'm looking at my task manager. I guess it must be my fault, but let me... OBS is... Oh, it's 100% usage. Hold on, guys. Oh, I can't even do anything. Oh, man. I can't even control OBS. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, it's an OBS issue. I'm gonna stop the stream and start it up again. Okay? I'll be back. Sorry guys. This will be fast. Okay, I'm back. Man, yeah, I'm having some trouble with OBS. The last couple weeks, OBS has been just... Yeah, it's taken up almost all my CPU right now. And it didn't used to. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let's look at your titles. Sorry about that. Okay, let's look at these titles. From Kruvek. We have Twisting Plastic. From GodsWarriorJack, we have Retro Bandicoot. Not From Earth from Qubit. Whoops. And we have Ensnared from Cibenetti. And one more. Oh, Tubi, what are you doing? Jeez. One last one. From Enigma, Bipolar Oasis. That track was sort of bipolar, wasn't it? Okay, those are your title options. Twisting Plastic, Retro Bandicoot, Not From Earth, Ensnared, Bipolar Oasis. Let's see, Oh, now OBS has decided to be chill. That's weird. What's some titles I missed? Guide to the Elevators, Power to the Peasants. Downside Up, TMTC1. In the Hall of the Agitated Fowls, Rosanetto. Graveyard Melody, CK. Melodic Crescendo from Kruvek. Back from the Dead from Qubit. Let's see, what did I do in that track? I did some trombone and some melodica. And that was it. Okay. Okay. A little bit of technical problems. We've got a new follow from DeepDL234. Thank you for that follow. Okay. You guys had enough time. I'm ending voting. What has chat chosen? Retro Bandicoot. Nice. From GodsWarriorJack. First title. Congrats. A lot of good titles. That track now known as Retro Bandicoot. And we're gonna do one more, I think, and then I'm probably gonna. One more song, and then I'm going to spend some time trying to figure out what has been... OBS has been causing me problems for the last 2 weeks. B2, B's also having OBS issues. Okay. Okay, we got a custom poll. This comes from, who does this come from? This comes from Kruvek. What is your favorite chat command? Drum fill, drum loop sound, BPM mode, mood, hawk, or kelp? Custom poll from Kruvek. Meanwhile, I'm going to start bringing these requests. Okay. Let's see. A drum fill from Enigma Barbershop. Okay, we got a request. Did Tubi just disappear again? I think Tubi disappeared. Are you still there, Tubi? Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Let's see. We got a request. "74 beats minute from Dorf, F major from Mumopug, drum loose from Cathanius, and Action Quake." Hey, X-Rebel Ground X. Okay, let's bring in these sounds. Make our drum loops. Okay, we got some milestones. This is Action Quay's first request ever, and it's a drum loop. Nice. This is Hayes 8724's 10th song with a request on it. And this is Cubit the Main's 5th request. Congrats on those milestones. And our drum kit, the hip hop remix kit, this comes from Lanina. Okay, let's look at these loops. From Cathanius, first up, Raw from the Generator. That's pretty cool. We're going to leave it without a kick on one. Let's shape these hats just a bit. These snares. Let's put an open hat there. Here's Cathanius' beat. Sweet. Nice. Thanks, Cathanius. Next up, Action Quake. Raw from the generator. Here it is. Nice. Let's lower those. Put a kick on one. And I'll keep it pretty simple. Here it is. Action Quake speed. Nice. Thank you, Action Quake. Thank you, Cathanius. We got our beats. Let's check out our sounds. First up, it's Smoshy Wobble from Nifty Guy. Yeehaw! Is that Smoshy Wobble? That is it. And then from Electric Blue, we have Sequencer Bass. First time it's ever been used. And then Organ of the Wind from Hayes 8724. Dom is here with Dobro Slide. Guinevere has given us the Turkish Saz Zither. And then lastly from B we have Aaron's Sweep. So we can start with one of these drum loops, or with Smoshy Wobble, Sequencer Bass, Organ in the Wind, Dobro Slide, Turkish Saz Zither. Whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. My mistake. Didn't mean to go back to that screen. Where is our... There it is. Our zither or sweep. Okay, those are your options. Yeah, OBS has worked really well for me for 9 months, and it's just the last 2 or 3 weeks I have just had one problem after another. I love open source, but sometimes it's nice to have paid for something so you can get support. Okay, give you guys a moment more. Okay. You guys had enough time. I'm closing voting. What have you guys chosen? Aaron's sweep. Nice. You hear Jiffy eating? Nice. Aaron's sweep from B. Let's do it. Here we go. Time to etceterate. Hey, Camera 3. Oh, thanks for those scalps. Yeah, not many titles this time. I see that Love the Women says, as of June 28, chat has been crazily adding bot commands. They forgot to give titles of the songs. Some nice beats there. Nice sounds. That Aaron sweep was sweet from B. Let's see. Let's see these titles. From ClaraBowBunny, the mind has mountains. From Frambox, Sunrise Anatomy. From B, Shattered Imagination. From Action Quake, On the Churning Away. And one more title from Lenina, Reminiscing. Okay, these are your title options. Marmar says, Kid, the haircut totally took the years off. The mind is mountains, Sunrise Anatomy, Shattered Imagination, On the Churning Away, and Reminiscing. Now some titles I missed. Insert title here from Love to Leland. Pretend this title isn't here from Kruvek. Don't read this title from Kruvek. This is not a title from Kruvek. Title from Kruvek. The Higher Self, ClaraBowBunny. Riding the Waves, Benevolence, Enigma. Beach Jams from Frambox, and from Lenina, Paging Dr. Rhodes. Yeah, you can definitely vote for yourself. Definitely. Kruvek says you did it wrong. Let's see, what'd I do? I sang some, and I did some Rhodes, and that was it, I think. Kruvek says you weren't supposed to read it. That's precisely why I read it, Kruvek. You totally manipulated me into saying it. Marmar Grace Mickle says, what is the craziest hairstyle you've ever had? I had a friend in college who is quite the hair artist. And she shaved the shape of a salamander into my head. So you had the head, from the front it looked like a bit of a mohawk. And then on the side you had, two legs. And in the back it had a tail that curled around. Definitely the craziest hairstyle. Definitely, that was the craziest. Oh, Nifty Guy Yeehaw is back to just Nifty Guy. Enigma says pics. I might have a picture somewhere. I think I do. We got a new follow from Heybug12. Where would that be? I know where the, I know, well, they're somewhere. There are definitely pics. They're in the yearbook for the house I lived in. We had our own yearbook, this crazy place I lived. I just have to find the box that it's in. Automation Jason says, getting close to being able to replace day job with this awesomeness. Yes and no. Well, this awesomeness is all I do. So I don't have a day job. All I do is this stream. But I am a long ways from even minimum wage. Minimum wage would be a dream. But someday. Let's see. Marmar. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Marmar. I'll look for it, guys, and I will post it in Discord when I find it. Automation Jason, I hear you there, working through something similar myself. Yeah. This was called investing, right? You take a risk, you invest your time, you hope it pays off. Okay, I'm into voting. What has chat chosen? It's Shattered Imagination. Nice. From B. What? That track, now known as Shattered Imagination. Okay, I think it's time to start winding down the show. If anyone is a master at OBS, like you basically programmed it, let me know. Because I've been struggling with it for the last week, and it's a drag. It's a real drag. Let's see. Let's look at our show. What do we do? Our set tonight, we did 4 tracks. The Sky on Shards of... Oh, yeah, it was the Hey June tour. At the Drive-In was our venue from Frambox. The Sky on Shards of Glass, we did the Serengeti Sleeps, Retro Bandicoot, and Shattered Imagination. Man, nice titles. Hey, Jake is here. How you doing, Jake? GP75? Oh, yeah. I figured out, I think it was a Kruvek or Kontar. Someone helped me figure out PC processor affinity. But no, it's something has changed. Something changed with OBS, how it's using resources, and also how it's recording. Something is wrong with my OBS. There have been a few times it was my fault with I was running another program, but recently the OBS issues are definitely, I can say that they're not my fault. And I'm pretty sure about that. You guys know I'm not afraid to admit when it's my fault, but this time I don't think it is. Let's see. Let's do our thank yous. Our superstar mods tonight, we had B, Brucos, ClaraBowBunny, Dom, Goat, Skull, Lost Elf, and Tubi. Yeah, the issue, Automation Jason, is simply that OBS is using way more resources than it used to. So it, like, even if it has all the processors to itself, it's just something, yeah, something's messed up. We had a host and raid from Fall Rate. Thank you, Fall Rate. We had a new sub from Atomic Widget and a resub from Fall Rate. Thank you, guys. Northern Boreal. I'm not sure if Northern Boreal is still here, but thank you, Northern Boreal, for that donation. And we had cheers from Lost Elf, Unicycle Mafia, Nifty Guy, Mr. Robert, and Brother Lover 69. Thank you for those cheers. Yeah, I think it's an update issue. Thank you, everyone who's hanging out tonight. I'm sorry we had all these technical problems, but thank you for persevering through them. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, chatters. Let's do our shout out. Let's see what we have. 40. 40 should be no problem. Hey, Skull. How's Skull doing? Let's see. Okay. So if you've never seen the shout out before, here's how it works. These fine 40 folks either named the current tour, named the current venue, named one of our 4 songs tonight, or had a request that made it onto one of these tracks. The goal is for me to say all these usernames in one breath, without stopping, without breathing. My record is 56, so 40 should be no problem. Skull is full of Brussels sprouts and bacon. That sounds like an interesting combination. Brussels sprouts and bacon. A good combination. Well, the second part, not so sure about the Brussels sprouts. Oh, thanks, V. Thanks, Ninja Fleas. Okay, let's do the shout out. Here it is. Reginald Delaware says the shout out will give you the bends someday. The bends. Okay, here we go. Izwizzy says, breathe in. Yes. How you doing, Izwizzy? Ashquake B, Brugo, CK, ClaraBowBunny, Dom, Dork, Ducker, Electric Blue, and Yodi, Ignipe, Equilibrium, 07, Frambox, Maximus, GodsWarriorJack, Whenever, Hayes, 87, Toyer, Judge, Cathandius, Kuvek, Lee, Lean, Lost Elf, Leland, Madden, MrRobertTables, Mohawk, Diff Guy, Northern Boreal, Cubic, Rio, Human, Kanoe, Reginald, Delaware, Rice, Rosanetto, Scrabble, Zard, Sour Frog, Super T, Surikame, Gru, or Tice, Magnificent, The Grandest Betrayal, Shang Beefy, and Psycho Mafia. Well, I did it. You know what's funny is when I started, I was thinking, I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to do it twice through without stopping. And then I hit Nifty Guy 1, but it's now Nifty Guy, and it just threw me, and then I couldn't say Northern Boreal. And then by the time I got to Tyson Betrayer, say my name, so I basically laughed out Unicycle Mafia. Oh, man. Not my best performance. I blame it on OBS. It was OBS's fault. Okay, let's roll our subcredits. Rolling our subcredits. There they go. And while our subcredits roll, I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Nifty Guy says back to Nifty Guy 1. Now Nifty Guy is good. Whatever you want. Let's see. Loves and hugs from Ski Goody. The understated understudy is Zazzlin. Vuvuzela from Guyutis. Let's see. Who can we raid? Oh, that looks. I don't think we've rated this person before. Have we? I can't remember. Yeah, let's try this. I think this is. Whoops. Oh, thanks, Nifty Guy. Oh, yeah, everyone's got their sub buttons today, right? Awesome. Okay, I don't think we've rated this person before. Let's try it out. I love hearing new streamers. Okay, if you've never done a raid before, here's how it works. This is Twitch tradition. After I wave goodbye, our bot Tubi is going to paste this other streamer's link into chat. Click on the link to go to their stream. I will also host them, which means they'll pop up on screen. But if you want to be a part of the raid, you have to click on the link and actually go to their channel. Our raid call is Etcetera Raid. Use your favorite emotes with Etcetera Raid. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I hope to see y'all again very soon. If not Friday, then maybe next Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Yes, the Saturdays were a June experiment, and for the time being, I've decided I need to stick with my 3-night-a-week schedule. But at some point, I hope to do something to help accommodate those of you who are in different time zones. But for now, we're back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I hope to see you next week. If not this Friday or the following week, month, year, century, eon, millennium, decade, minute, second, whenever it is. It'll be nice to see you guys again. I hope that whatever comes next includes the raid. I hope it includes dropping by Discord. If I can, I will find that photo. It might be back in my house, but I'll try to remember to find that photo and put it in chat for you guys. You'll see a rosy cheeked 20-something kid. How old was I? I was probably 19. Anyway, there's the Etcetera Raid. We're already getting ready. Okay. Thank you guys. Wish me luck trying to sort out OBS. I mean, believe it or not, I've been trying to. OBS just doesn't have that many options. So it's like. And the option that was working flawlessly for 10 months is just no longer working. So wish me luck on a needle in a haystack. I'll see y'all very soon. I'm out of here.